So the Hollywood battle between former co-stars Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni went before a judge today.
Has threatened to move up their trial date if the war of words they are conducting via the media doesn't stop.
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni were supposed to create a Hollywood masterpiece, but explosive allegations of harassment and extortion have thrust them into a fierce legal standoff. A frustrated judge just dropped a bombshell ultimatum: stop the media circus or risk a trial date that could hit faster than anyone expected. Stick around for the jaw-dropping twists, secret alliances, and a scandal so heated it's threatening to reshape Hollywood as we know it. The judge's patience had been wearing thin. Reports of each side's remarks to entertainment outlets, social media jabs, and leaked text messages bombarded the public. The court was growing increasingly alarmed about the fairness of a future trial. Determined to bring order to the chaos, the judge imposed a gag order on both camps. In essence, this gag order restricts both Lively and Baldoni, along with their lawyers, from making further inflammatory statements. It's an attempt to prevent the looming trial from being swayed by relentless press coverage and to shield potential jurors from bias. If the bickering doesn't stop, the judge has threatened to accelerate the entire legal process. Lively's legal team applauded the move, insisting they'd been trying to de-escalate the media frenzy for weeks. They claim Baldoni's side kept fueling the headlines with pointed interviews and social media posts. Baldoni's attorneys, in contrast, argue that Lively and Ryan Reynolds helped stoke the public's ire through carefully placed stories and provocative remarks. Whichever side you believe, one thing is clear: the gag order sets the stage for a renewed battle, one that's largely happening behind closed doors. But to see where all this tension truly started, we have to rewind. Just a few months ago, the buzz around Ends With Us couldn't have been more upbeat. It was the perfect storm for a Hollywood success: beloved novel, a passionate fan base, and a team that seemed to promise chemistry. Blake Lively brought her signature glamour and proven audience appeal. Justin Baldoni was best known for his acting roles and heartfelt documentary work, but he wanted to show a grittier directorial side. Industry insiders and fans believed in this collaboration so much that early predictions pegged the film for potential award season recognition. The press releases praised Lively and Baldoni's synergy. Interviews hinted at after-hours brainstorming sessions and a shared vision for authenticity. Yet behind those official statements, tensions were already brewing. Some said Lively had strong opinions on the script's direction. Others claim Baldoni felt overshadowed by Lively's A-list status. What at first looked like constructive creativity quickly escalated into rumors of friction. That friction exploded into full view when Blake Lively accused Justin Baldoni of inappropriate on-set behavior. Few specifics leaked at first, but the mere mention of harassment allegations in Hollywood ignited immediate public scrutiny. Lively positioned herself as someone who wouldn't remain silent if she felt wronged. Within days, the story dominated celebrity gossip websites. Baldoni's representatives categorically denied any wrongdoing. They claimed Lively's allegations were a total fabrication. Meanwhile, tabloids and entertainment shows dissected each snippet of leaked text messages, casting doubt or support depending on who was telling the story. It didn't help that Ends With Us was already a high-profile project. Fans of the original novel felt invested in both the film and the real-life drama swirling around it. Soon, the court of public opinion was out in full force, and that's precisely when things took an even more volatile turn. Rather than backing down, Justin Baldoni decided to go on the offensive. He filed a countersuit against Lively, accusing her of orchestrating a smear campaign to damage his reputation. His claim suggests that Lively and Ryan Reynolds not only derailed the production, but also manipulated key aspects of the script to favor Lively's character arc. Baldoni insisted that any apologies he'd offered were taken out of context, used against him as proof of guilt where none existed. With these legal documents now public, the scandal ballooned even further. Fans of Baldoni rallied behind him, pointing to his history of philanthropic work and openness about vulnerability and masculinity. Lively's supporters doubled down, citing the seriousness of her allegations. One person's word against another's, both sides refusing to yield. Tensions turned combustible the moment more celebrities got dragged into the fray. At first, many believed the lawsuit might remain a two-party dispute. But rumors quickly emerged about Ryan Reynolds stepping in to do uncredited script revisions, allegedly to help strengthen Lively's role. Baldoni interpreted these rewrites as a direct encroachment on his creative authority, fueling further resentment. Some accounts describe heated standoffs when Reynolds visited the set, with Baldoni feeling outnumbered by Lively's circle of influential friends. Then came talk of Taylor Swift. She's reportedly contributed a song for the soundtrack. Swift's vast fanbase, however, is legendary for dissecting her every move and lyric, so speculation took on a life of its own. Was she quietly supporting Lively behind the scenes? Did her involvement add to Baldoni's sense of being overshadowed? The puzzle remains unsolved, but the mere hint of Swift's name was enough to catapult the controversy onto entertainment's biggest stages. With all these personalities now attached to the drama, the internet turned into a battleground of opinions. Team Lively emerged, composed of fans who believe her allegations and applaud her courage in going public. Team Baldoni rose up too, framing him as the underdog director whose vision and career could be shattered by these claims. In an era of viral hashtags, memes, and quick takes, spectators devoured updates from any source, reputable or not. The judge's gag order only added more intrigue. Whenever new information leaked, people speculated about who might be violating the mandate. The secrecy made the scandal more tantalizing to the public, and the divide grew sharper by the day. Now, with the gag order in play and the threat of an accelerated trial looming, both Lively and Baldoni face high stakes. Blake Lively already commands a powerful brand, so if the court sides with her, she could emerge vindicated, reinforcing her image as a strong advocate for women. But if Baldoni manages to prove his innocence and shows evidence of defamation, Lively's own reputation could suffer a blow, possibly affecting her future roles and endorsement opportunities. For Baldoni, the risk feels even more acute. If he loses the lawsuit, not only does he face legal consequences, but his career as a director could stall indefinitely. Once you're painted as unprofessional or predatory in Hollywood, it's tough to regain trust. On the other hand, winning might grant him the credibility he desperately needs, although he could still bear the stigma of having been accused. Observers note that this case could set a tone for future Me Too-era legal battles, especially involving major stars. It's rare to see two high-profile figures clash so publicly without an earlier settlement. Studios might implement more stringent contracts or non-disclosure agreements to prevent any possibility of such very public escalations. As a judge attempts to clamp down on the swirling media storm, the drama behind Ends With Us remains as perplexing as ever. By moving the gag order to center stage, the court hopes to pull this story out of the tabloids and back into a more controlled legal environment. Whether that strategy succeeds is still an open question.